Interested in going to Rome? Time travel to the Rome of 100 AD with the Lone Pine Travel Agency. You'll have a lot of fun, and just to convince you of that, we're giving you a sneak peek of the city. If traveling to the ancient city of Rome, you would go by the Via Appia, a road allowing you to easily pass through the city's two walls, these being the Aurelian Wall, completed in 280 AD, and then, as you approach the city a bit closer, the Servian Wall, named after Rome's sixth king, Servius Tullius, and a much older structure than the Aurelian Wall, as it was built in the late 4th century BC, and the first wall that we know of. If we take a broad look at the city, we see that it had 7 hills: the Aventine, the Caelian, the Capitoline, the Palatine, the Esquiline, the Quirinal, and the Viminal. The most important of these hills is the Palatine. Yet it is on the Capitoline that the Romans have temples to Jupiter Optimus Maximus, Juno Moneta, and others. The Romans also have the Pantheon, a structure with roots Pan, all, and Theo, God. And it is truly just that, a temple to all gods. Notice that the columns in the picture are elaborately carved on the top. This is called the Corinthian style. There is also the Ionic style, which is not quite so elegant, and has only plain curling bits. At the complete other side of the table is the Doric style of columns, which is indeed very plain. The Romans also have the Forum, or the Forum Romanum, which is a place filled with temples and shrines, but also public buildings, making it a sort of hodgepodge and the downtown of Rome. The Romans are great believers in the need of a strong army, so for this they have designated the Campus Martius, a large field for military gathering and training. This field, however, is also used for sports, such as discus throwing, foot racing, and wrestling. They also have the Colosseum, an amphitheater that can seat up to 55,000 people, giving all an excellent view of the gladiatorial contests happening below. The Circus Maximus is used for chariot racing. By far the largest stadium in the Roman world, it is able to seat up to 250,000 people around its oval-shaped track. Its middle is characterized by a spina, a central dividing line of the ring, at the end of which are the metae, posts that are often the provokers of collisions between the racers when they must turn around them. 2 major monuments of ancient Rome are the Domus Aurea and Trajan's Column. The Domus Aurea, meaning Golden House, is a structure built between 64 and 68 AD by the Emperor Nero when a fire cleared away a great many aristocratic houses in that area. Trajan's Column was built by the architect Apollodorus of Damascus in 113 AD to commemorate the Emperor Trajan's victory in the Dacian Wars. The Senate meet in the Curia, and the rostra was an open-air speaking platform. The Pasicoli was a place for law courts, markets, and so on. The government also provided free grain to all citizens, which at the time of 100 AD is over 1 million. The government also built the aqueduct, a system of water channeling so that Romans could easily reach water. And they also built the Cloaca Maxima, popularly known as the main sewer of Rome. We won't take you there though, so don't worry. The wealthy people of Rome often live in a domus, a detached house with stores up front. It often had a plain outside, but a lavishly decorated inside. If one could not afford a domus, one could also live in an insula, a large apartment complex built around a courtyard taking up an entire block. The Romans eat at an arrangement of couches called a triclinium, on which they can lounge while eating their meal. The Romans also have several public baths, or thermae, in which they rub themselves in oil and then scrape this off with a tool called a strigo. These baths also have an underground heating system called the hypocaustum, as well as many different rooms, including the palestra, a gym or exercise area, a caldarium, or a hot room, the frigidarium, a cold room, and a tepidarium, a medium temperature room. So will you come to ancient Rome with us? Call 1-800-LONE PINE to reserve your spot today.